if a man is walking in faith, the man is walking with assurance inside of himself. And this assurance is not physical built assurance. This assurance is spiritually built assurance. The person is walking with what? The ability, the assurance built inside, which affects your mentality. Now, you are rest assured within yourself. This is not a physical thing, this is a spiritual thing that affects your mindset. So in your mind, it doesn't matter what anybody is saying. You know, you are assured that this thing, despite the fact you don't know how it's going to be, you are assured that this thing is going to happen. You know, faith most times looks like stupidity. Faith, if you look at it from an angle, it looks like what? Stupidity. It looks like foolishness. Doing something that every other person thinks you are not sure of. Despite the fact that you know that you are not sure of it, yet you are sure that you are sure of it. You get the point? That's the truth of the whole matter. Despite the fact that you are not sure, yet you are sure of it. That is faith. The substance of things hoped for. The evidence of things not seen. Evidence of things not seen. You have not seen it, but yet you are assured in your mind that there is something. Listen, the audacity of faith is not that faith has pride. It's just that faith has deep assurance and conviction. Do you understand what I mean? Faith does not have pride. Faith has what? Deep assurance and conviction. That is the audacity of faith. Now, we have three major components of faith. We have boldness. Now, we have work. And we have focus. Do you understand what I mean? Three things that makes up faith. Three things that makes up faith is one, what? Boldness. Boldness eliminates fear. Focus eliminates distraction. And then works eliminates laziness. Do you get what I mean? So if you say you have faith, there must be boldness. It's not pride, it's called boldness. You are bold enough to say that God is able to do it. Not by your own making, but you know that God is able to do it. So even if they are trying to put fear into you, that boldness is casting away the fears. Faith does not work with hope on a man. Faith works with hope on God. If you are depending on a man and you are using faith to back it up, it is not faith. When faith is demonstrated is when your hope, all your hope and trust is where? On God. Now you are saying, God, I don't have anybody around. It is you. This is when you are now demonstrating faith. That with or without, you know that God will do it, not that your uncle will do it. So when you start depending on men, it is no more faith. But when you start depending on God, it is. That is why in that Hebrews 11 verse 2, the Bible said, looking where? Unto Jesus, not looking unto men. So our faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. However, verse 2, looking where? Unto Jesus. So you are not looking unto men. If you are looking unto men, it means that thing is not of faith. So if you are looking at all those people, God will not tell you, no problem, remain there. But when your eyes is on Jesus, even the least expected. Jesus demonstrated the audacity of faith when he spoke to the fig tree. Remember, the Bible said he came to the fig tree, and then he looked around, there was no fruit. He said, because you don't want to give me fruit. Meanwhile, if you read that place very well, the Bible said, and Jesus looked around, and the fig tree. Okay, Jesus answered and said to the fig tree. Jesus responded to what the fig tree said, which we did not capture. Are you listening? Yeah, read that place very well. The Bible said that Jesus responded and said to the fig tree, no one will eat of thee ever again. And then he said that thing and did what? He walked away. Not looking back. Faith does not look back at what has happened. Faith does not look back at the words that has been spoken. Faith looks forward to the manifestation of the words that has been spoken before. Faith looks forward to the manifestation of the things that has been said in the previous. So faith does not look back to check the words. Faith looks forward to see the manifestation of the words. Are you listening now? So Jesus walked away, and then the next day he forgot. The next day, as they were crossing, Peter said to him, Rabbi, this fig tree you spoke to is withered from the root. And Jesus turned back and looked at it and said, Peter, if you have faith like a mustard seed, you shall say. Now this is another audacity of faith. You shall say to this mountain. Do you know the gravity of mountain? You shall say to this mountain, be thou removed and moved yonder. The audacity of faith is approaching what seems impossible and seeing it from the lenses of possibility. Are you with me? That is the audacity of faith. Approaching what seems impossible and looking at it from the lenses of what? Possibility. Believing in your heart that it will happen. It will what? It will happen. Another audacity of faith Jesus demonstrated was fill the jars with water. Use the cup, draw the water, and go and give to the MC, the master of ceremony. Let him drink first. What an audacity. What an audacity. So, that is boldness in faith. Are you with me? Now, when Jesus did that and they took it to the master of ceremony, did he turn to wine? Did Jesus go back to think about his word and say, oh, I don't even know if it is going to happen or not? You see, that was why I said boldness dashes what? Fear. Boldness, you have boldness. Not pride though. You have boldness. And because of that boldness, you are focused. You don't look back at the things you have said. Now, if you pass the decree, you don't go back and say, God, is it going to happen or yes? You are assured in your spirit that it's going to happen. Even though it doesn't happen when you said it's going to happen, or it doesn't happen immediately, you are still assured that is what is going to happen. So that is where focus comes in. First is boldness that kills what? Fear. So I'm not afraid of it. I approach it. What seems impossible for people, I approach it. I have that boldness to approach it, and I believe that God is going to do it, and it's going to be possible for me from the lenses of possibility. That is boldness. It kills fear. And then you are focused. You are not looking back to say, who is looking at me? Are you sure I'm not making mistakes? You are not going back to your words to say, those things I've said, are you sure it's going to happen? You are focused. So focus looks away from what? Discouragement. It kills discouragement. Even when people come and say, that thing you said, it has not happened though. It's not going to happen. You are still focused. Your eyes is still fixed on the manifestation of those things which you have said. And then work. The Bible said in the book of James, faith without work is what? Death. So you cannot say, I will achieve this without working it out. So you work to it and then you work it out. There are two works here. Working and then working. Do you understand? If you don't work to it, you can't get to it. If you don't work it out, it cannot manifest. So how do you work out faith? You work out faith through prayer and action. So if you have faith that you are going to pass the exam, the work in that faith is what? Go and read your books. Is that not true? So if you have faith that you are going to become a millionaire, what is the work then? Go and look for a job. Look for something to do. That is the work. Are you seeing that?